Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I am T and I welcome you. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Oh, to my returning subscribers, you all know the vibe. You know what we do here. We always happy. We always advocating for women, advocating for children, and probably that's why you're still here with me. And also, don't forget to like, share. Don't be selfish, guys. Don't keep things to yourselves. Please, always, always, always share. Okay. So today I come with a slightly sensitive topic that I would like to talk about. And the topic for today is: should one stay in a marriage for the sake of the children? It's a question that requires an answer. Should one stay in a marriage for the sake of the children? I'm pondering because it's not a simple question. It's not an easy decision that a person have to make. And I'm talking about the woman here, not the man, because we know in most cases it is the woman that leaves. Okay, let's start on the children first before we talk about the decision that you're going to make, because you have to understand what the children want, who the children are, for you now as a parent or as a mother to then make your decision and say, yes, I'm staying for the sake of the children, or no, I'm not staying, I'm taking my children and I'm going. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, children don't understand marriage because they are children. So they are not meant to understand marriage, and they will not understand marriage for as long as they're children. All they want is a happy environment where adults are loving, they are laughing, they are happy, everyone is happy, because this gives them comfort. This makes them happy because you're happy, so you transfer that happiness to your children. Children like a non-violent environment because it's safe for them, because there's no noise. The only noise that they hear is when you're communicating in the normal communicating way. It gives them confidence in everything they do, be it in school, be it in everything and everywhere they go. They are so confident because of the environment that you create for them at home. They excel in school because their support system is very strong at home, whether it's in academics or it's in sports. Because they know mom and dad, they're happy at home. They don't understand the whole setup of marriage and whatnot and everything. That's for you adults. So all you have to do is to create a safe environment for them. And do you know, and I think most of you know that the first man that daughters admire are their fathers. That's the first man that they admire because that's the first man that they knew. They admire their father. And same goes for the sons. The first woman they love is their mothers. It's more on their sons, really, because they even go as far as looking for a woman who's got the same qualities as their mothers, who would cook like their mothers, So as parents, we need to remember that we have beautiful kids. They are so, so, so beautiful that you are busy shaping them to become real good human beings. That's what you are. God is giving you the task to bring these kids up, and shape them to become good adults too, because now you want to teach them to be good with their spouses, to be good with their careers, to be good with whoever they meet as they grow, in their lifetimes, So you don't want to bring them up in a toxic or in a relation, in an environment that they don't understand. So as they're growing up, they're confused. They don't know how to deal with everyone that they meet. They don't know how to even decide on what career to choose. They don't know how to do things on their own. They lack confidence. You do not want to do that. Children are so flexible when they know there's love in the room. They can do anything. They can fly. They can excel. It pains me. I don't want to use the word hurt, that it's engraved in us as women that we have to stay for the kids. There are always options. I know going or leaving is not the option, it's not the only option. Sometimes, some situations, you have to stay. You have to stay. Okay, so like I was saying, that the times when, because we were not saying, I wasn't saying that in every situation you just have to leave. We're saying now that there are two choices here. Either you stay for the kids. This is me now personally, because the question is asked, but the way I'm answering it is there are two options, because there's times when you can't leave. You can't leave, but probably financially you're not stable. You will not be able to look after the kids on your own, and it means it's a divided income. Even if he's going to pay, he's not going to give these kids exactly what they wanted. But before you make that decision, before you make this decision, we need to look at certain things. I say it is only an option when the environment is not toxic. Because now when it comes to disrespect and other types of abuse, then I am not on the you can stay situation. Because I'll believe, you know what? It is better you go with the lesser of the evils. Rather just leave and go. If the environment is toxic, if the environment is abusive, you can't stay. You have to leave. Many times people think that children, they don't think, or they don't do anything, or they can't see anything. But let me tell you guys, children, they can see, they can hear, they can absorb everything. Children are more like sponges. When you put water in a sponge, it absorbs all the water that is chilling for you. So if you're gonna stay where things are not good for you, with someone who's not good for you, you teach your children the same. And when they grow up, they have a better chance of staying in a toxic relationship or toxic environment. And you don't want that. Like I said in the beginning, you are shaping this child. You are bringing this child up to be a somebody. Going back to deciding to stay. If you're deciding to stay for the sake of the kids, make sure, I said it and I'm going to repeat it because it's very, very important. Make sure that the environment is not toxic. If it has reached a point in your marriage where abuse, both physically and verbally, is involved, you have to go. Again, I'm repeating, I'm sorry, ladies. But you know what? You have to leave for the sake of the kids. Like we've mentioned, I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want to make this video so long. That we touched on the kids' face, and the reason why I did that is for you guys to see now, and to evaluate your situation to see if it's safe for you to stay or if it's safe for you to move on with your life with your kids, no matter how bad the situation is. Because remember, a man that beats his wife, in turn, his wife will beat his son will beat his wife. And mark my words, it's the same as the daughter. You grew up in an environment where your mother was abused, there are high chances that you're going to stay in abusive relationships because that's all you know. You've seen your mother being abused. We have to think about this carefully. We owe our children a good childhood. We owe, I repeat, we owe our children a wonderful and good childhood because we want them to grow up open-minded, to see life the same way as everybody else. So it's entirely up to you. It's really in your hands because they are still children. They cannot decide for themselves. I left for the sake of my peace, and I left to give some stability to my child. I couldn't be both mother and father, and everyone knows. But as a mother, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the very, very, very best that I can. Again, I'm going to say this. As a mother myself, I left. I did not stay for my child. So I took the decision not to stay. Because for me, a good environment for me means a good environment. And safe means a good and safe environment for my child. It's hard. It's scary. You know, when you start thinking about leaving, there's a lot that comes to your mind. But guys, staying for the children, I think is more something we say, but often judge the people who do. So my advice, I'm not saying do as I did, I walked, but if you're going to stay, if you're going to decide to go with this thing, make sure you and your husband are on the talking terms, that the environment is not going to be toxic for these kids that you are staying there for. And remember all the things that I said about the children. Remember the life of your kids is in your hands. It's up to you to break your kids or to build your kids and shape them to be good and, you know what, human beings that you would stand and admire. And it's entirely up to you. Thinking of yourself is thinking of your children. Women, remember that. And remember as well that there is the good Lord up there. The Lord of the women, the Lord of the children. He will never forsake you. But before you make the decision, you have to really, really think about it. Okay guys, I know this was like a very big, it was like a kind of like tense and hectic topic, but we've come to the end of this video. And the moral of it is, as usual, I hope and pray it reaches out to each and every person that really deserves to hear this, and it helps them out. And like I said in the beginning, don't be selfish. Please share this video. It doesn't cost you money. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It also doesn't cost you money. It's just a few seconds of your time. You press the subscription button and the notification button, and it's done. Guys, I always love you and I always appreciate you. And yeah, we'll meet again in my next video. Thank you.